Hello everyone, hope you're all doing great. Today we are going to do another productive activity, that is to write the self-critique after your self-introductory speech, your speech number 2. I always ask my student, what is the best time for you to reflect upon a movie? If you have watched a movie in the cinema, what time would you like to reflect upon it or share how good was that movie to your friends or family members? Would you like to tell them after a week, or would you like to tell them immediately after you have watched the video? So their answer is as soon as possible. So the best time to write the self-critique is once you are done with your speech. Without wasting any time, you should sit down and write down all those points that are still fresh in your mind, because if you delay this, you are going to forget many important things. Now, this is an assignment which is written assignment and also spoken when you are submitting to your teacher. You are going to describe your personal reflection on the speech you just delivered. Every answer shall be a complete sentence. And if you are answering like yes or no, it's not going to be accepted. So short answers or answers with 2 words are not accepted. So I have 3 parts of self-introductory speech: introduction, I have strengths, that is a part of body, and weakness, still part of body, and conclusion. Now let's go to write the introduction part. So before I go any further, I'm going to remove what shouldn't disturb me. So I would remove these lines for my easy writing. Okay, let me also maximize the font so that you can see it easily. I hope this should go. Okay, what was the topic that you talked about? So you can say, I talked, because your speech is done and now you are going to write about it, so you are going to use past tense. I talked about, or I described myself. No, I always say to my students to write complete sentences. So that should be, the topic of my speech was to introduce myself as a social person, let's say. Okay. Second question, why did you choose this topic? Full answer, I chose, because this is choose, I chose, right? Distance. I chose this topic because this describes my personality. Another answer could be, now I'm giving different options, so you can see that multiple options are there for answering same question, but you would be choosing any one of them, or you can craft any one of them while looking at these options. I chose this topic because this defines who I am. I chose this topic because this is me. Okay, so you can say, this describes my personality, or it defines who I am, or I chose this topic because this is me. Okay, or I chose this topic because this is best description of my personality. This is the best description of my personality. So you have multiple answers. For instance, you like the last one. Okay, so you would just highlight it, and we are going to use this, and we would be deleting the rest of them. Okay, so I'll just keep it for a reference. Let's go to the third question. That is, did you feel this topic was interesting to your audience? Yes. I felt my topic was very interesting to my audience. Don't say anything else than that. Okay. I felt my yes, I felt my topic was very interesting to my audience. Okay. What is your proof that your topic was interesting to your audience? My proof that my topic was interesting to my audience is their facial expressions as they were listening to me with focus. So this is what you observed. My proof that my topic was interesting to my audience is their facial expressions, or is the audience facial expressions as they were listening to me with focus. Okay. Now you are reflecting upon your speech, so you should have 3 strengths and 3 weaknesses. So I would do the same, and I would think about my strength number 1. So I would say, I think my first strength was, you can say, my energy level. As now, wait, I will come back to it, as it helped me to smile and remain confident during my speech. By energy level, you mean that you were not scared, you were fresh, you were smiling. Okay, in strength, or even in the weaknesses, you have 2 parts. You are identifying what is your strength, and you are telling why do you think that this is your strength. Now if I come to this part, I would say I think my first strength was my energy level. So you described the what part, as it helped me. So you are saying why you think that this was your strength number 1, because it helped you to smile and remain confident during your speech. You can also say my strength number 1 was my level of confidence, as it helped me not to feel nervous. Now, there could be many examples, right? Please, again, I'm repeating, don't write all of these in one. They are different options. You can choose any one of them, or you can write your own, but give one answer, one weakness or strength, okay? So if I look at this second example, my strength number 1 was my level of confidence. So you are going to take this as the answer of what? Because it helped me, or as it helped me, right? So this is your answer for why. Strength number 2. So what was your strength number 2? You can say my strength, or my second strength, was my hand, was gestures, as, or because I remembered the instructions of my teacher to add gestures during my speech. So that was your strength number 2. Okay, so if I look at it, it was a gesture. So that is the answer to what part? And because I remembered the instruction of my teacher. So this is your why you think so. So you would say, because I am a good student and I remember what my teacher said. Okay, if I'm highlighting it and I am making it bold, it doesn't mean that you are supposed to do that. Yours should be plain sentences, because I'm highlighting it for the factor of enhancing the meaning or implementation of answering what and why. Okay, you are not supposed to do that. So strength number 3, coming to strength number 3, what do you think? Okay, it was your self-introductory speech. What I noticed in one of my students' speech was, so I can write at her behalf. My third strength was the use of or consideration of factor I. Now I will explain what I'm saying. Factor I, as I related the subpoints to my personal life or like my personal experience. What do I mean by this? Many of the students, they start with their self-introduction and they say that I am a team person or I am an organized person. But then when they go to the body, they start teaching about uh, what is their personality, right? They don't say I do this or I do that. Some of them, they don't consider the factor of I. So but some of the students, they consider. So that is a strength, that you don't forget to connect the body of your speech to the main intention, main idea or topic of your speech. That is your self-introduction. So if you're saying I'm a well-organized person, so in your body you should tell us what do you do to make you to be a self-organized person. So it's a strength, the use of factor I. All right, as I related the subpoints to my personal life. So this is also a strength. Okay, I'm thinking if I write many others, so it would be confusing. So I'm just not writing many. Weaknesses. Okay, weaknesses. Let me remove it. And we would think about a weakness. Okay. Well, you can be more, natural in talking. Well, about the weaknesses, I think my first weakness was okay, fillers. When you say so many of them, so that is your weakness, or was fillers, because I overdid it. Overdid it. You will not say I overdo it. It means you are speaking about something you already have done and now you are reflecting upon it. So you would use the past sentence, because I overdid it. Alas, nothing else. Or because I I added a lot of fillers. Okay. Weakness number 2. My weakness number 2 was eye contact. Eye contact, because I was looking most of the time towards girls, if it's a girl, and if it's a boy, most of the time towards boys. Okay. Or you can even say I was not maintaining it well, or I was not evenly looking to my audience. Okay, so that was your, so what is the what aspect? Was eye contact. That is your what aspect. You answer what? Because I was looking most of the time. So you are explaining why do you think this was your like the same, this was your why part, and like the same here in weakness number 1. I think my first weakness was fillers. So This is your first weakness because I overdid it. You did it a lot. Okay. Coming to weakness number 3. So how you are going to add another weakness. Okay. My third weakness was pronunciation. Pronunciation problem. I know I have to improve a lot in this. This is a natural aspect you are adding, or you can say another sentence to explain, because there were many words I didn't pronounce correctly. Okay, now this is something I'm giving a kind of detailed answer because I am planning that this one I would be considering for my conclusion part. So I'm reflecting a little bit more. Rather than other answers, I'm giving it another statement. So they are not 2 statements, they are 3 statements. I added this one. I know I have to improve a lot on this. Now it's an option. If you would like to do that, it's okay. If not, then you can leave it. But my third weakness was pronunciation problem. Okay, so that is your third weakness. And I know I have to improve it. And there were many words. So you are answering the why factor. Okay, you didn't pronounce correctly. So you know that you did not pronounce many words correctly. Again, please don't highlight or make bold. This is just for the video purpose. Coming to conclusion part, what do you have in the conclusion? You have improvement plan for the future. Any activity, if you really want to improve it, you must have to have a plan for improving it further after you are done with that activity. So this shows a good analysis of any activity. So once you are done with your speech, the last part is how well are you planning in the future to improve the weaknesses. Now for that, first of all, you have to choose one of the weakness. Which one of the weaknesses would you like to improve? I am very excited, or I would like to, okay, or I would like to improve, or the weakness I would like to improve. Choose any of them, please, or even add your own. I would like to improve is pronunciation. Okay, which one of the khalas, I mean, don't add more than that because you have other sentences also, other questions also. So what is your plan to improve it? I think I should enhance the size so that you can see it better. Okay, what is your plan to improve it? So you would say, okay, you would say, I will listen to the correct pronunciation of the difficult words through internet and will repeat after listening. Because this is drilling. Drilling means when you are saying and like when you're repeating something for the improvement. So I will listen to the correct pronunciation of the difficult words through internet. This is one of the plan. How will you do it? I will follow the best programs on the internet for listening to people who are native speakers. My favorite ones My favorite ones are TED Talk speakers. Okay, tell us what you will do. I will listen, and at the same time I will practice. Okay, you can also say I will listen to the correct pronunciation of difficult words and I will repeat after that. I will ask my family members and my sisters, my brothers to listen to me, my friends, and I will also practice while talking to the teacher. You can make many plans. It's up to you. Okay, when will you start your plan? Okay, good planning is not delayed. Okay, so you can say that I think I shall start as soon as possible. As soon as possible. Maybe today. Maybe today itself. Okay. Now I hope we have completed what is required. Let me enhance the size so that we can read it more clearly. Okay. Your introduction, it has a question. Number one, what was the topic that you talked about? The topic of my speech was to introduce myself as a social person. It's up to you, whatever person you are choosing. Why did you choose this topic? I chose this topic because this describes my personality. I chose this up because this defines who I am, because this is me. I chose this up because this is the best description of my personality, or this describes me well. Did you feel this topic wasn't? Yes, I felt my topic was very interesting to my audience. What is your proof? Okay, my proof that my topic was interesting to my audience is okay, was the audience facial expression, and they were listening to me with focus. Strengths, what and why? And again I'm repeating, choose one strength. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, only 3 strengths, and in each box you have only one strength. I'm giving different options just for example. I think my first strength was my energy level, that is, as it helped me to smile and remain confident during my speech. Strength number one was my level of confidence at ba 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 ba. Okay. Strength number two, my second strength was gestures, because I remembered the instruction of my teacher to add gestures during my speech. My third strength was the use of factor I, as I related the sub points to my personal life. Weaknesses, in the same way, I think my first weakness was fillers, because I overdid it. And the natural factor, well, about the weaknesses. Okay, and here we can put a comma. Weakness number two, my weakness number two was eye contact, because I was looking most of the time towards girls, or I wasn't looking evenly to everyone. Weakness number three, my third weakness was pronunciation problem. I know I have to improve a lot in this. There were many words I didn't pronounce correctly. So you have to go for the improvement plan. Which one of the weaknesses? So you choose the weakness I would like to improve is pronunciation. What are you going to do? What is your plan? I will listen to the correct pronunciation of the difficult words through internet and will repeat after listening. I will follow the best programs on the internet for listening, because your plan is to improve from the internet. So what? How? So I will follow the best programs on the internet for listening to people who are native speaker. Favorite ones are TED Talkers or TED Talk speakers. I will listen, and at the same time I will practice. When will you start? I think I shall start as soon as possible. Maybe today itself. Okay. I hope you have enjoyed the video. If you have already subscribed to the channel, thank you so much. If not, you are welcome to the channel, and we would be discussing many other important things. In the end, I would like to say, stay happy, stay healthy.